Everything. You in my
Hey
phone.
everybody, this is Jimmy Pockets, and this is
Patriot
just
Mama.
say your name.
I did say Patriot Mama. That's my name.
I have a hard time calling you that, but I
I
talk
know
to you. I
people
just
mess
call
me
you
up all the
Brandy.
time. Hi, I'm Brandy, aka Patriot
But
Mama.
yeah, so
People do it all the
we're
time.
here, election night. Yeah, I say I'm James, aka Jimmy Pockets. So yeah, so
Yeah, I just
right
say
now it's
whatever.
looking good for Trump, but it's I'm not. I'm telling you, I'm not going to be comfortable until it's an overwhelming win. So we'll see how he does.
That is always your point of view. And when I say we got this, we're good.
Uh,
But that's what I say. I guess we got this. And you always say, well, I'm not confident yet. But we'll see. We shall see.
your stuff's cutting out,
Because
Brandy.
I don't.
Stuff, Brandy. Your stuff's freezing.
Now, can you hear me? My thing?
Yeah, it's just your screen's freezing. But we'll see. We'll see
Not
how
on
this
my end.
goes.
I say it's not on my end, but
Because
there
I
are a
was
lot of
just
people
on
screaming right
Rumble
now.
with. Yeah, that's true. But we just got off of Rumble with Killer Carl over there, and he's all excited. He thinks we're going to win. And I was like his son. I'm I'm optimistic, but I don't feel like it'll be an easy win. Even if he wins tonight, it's still not going to be the end of it. So we'll see how it goes.
Oh, no, it's not.
Um,
Never the end.
what's that?
I said
Yeah,
it's never the end of it.
but I'm glad to see that they already called. I mean, they called Ohio already, so our state is safe. So that's good. It looks like they called North Carolina, South Carolina, Florida. I mean, that they called West Virginia. I just now realized
Did
that.
they?
I didn't
I
see
didn't.
that.
I say,
Now
yeah, I
it's
guess so.
turning, Pennsylvania's turning pink.
I say
So
Pennsylvania just
with
turned pink.
Georgia and Pennsylvania, yeah, Pennsylvania and Georgia both just turned pink. It's still early. I mean, this is going to go
Yeah,
to
they're
the
only
wee hours of the
33%
morning.
in West.
So it's going to,
What is that?
how is it they say? It's going to go on and on and on till the break of dawn. But
We're
yeah,
gonna be here
it's,
like a Diddy party.
I don't, Diddy party. No, no, it's not going to be like no Diddy party. Let's not go
I said
there.
as long as a Diddy party.
So, so looks like we got a couple people in here so far. Y'all willing to call out on the chat who you are? Because I like
What's
to
your
engage with the
prediction
chat
for the
room. That's
season?
my thing. My prediction or your prediction?
I was the chat. Anybody in the
My
chat?
prediction is my prediction is it's going to be Trump, but they're going to file a bunch of lawsuits saying that
That's what I
something
said.
wasn't done right. Because they're allowed to do that. When Trump did that back in 2020, it was disgraceful, not trusting the electoral system. The voting system as safe as it ever has been. Watch to see what happens if they
They
lose
just called
tonight. What
Montana
kind of
for
stuff they're
Trump.
going to file this time. You know what? I can't wait for all these who claim they're going to leave the country if Trump. I'm kind of curious. I got my
They're
little list
going
made.
nowhere.
Hey, Stephanie. I have my little list made of who's going to go through with it and who won't. Because if they don't go through with it, I'm going to trash them socially big time on social media. I'm going to get on X
They
and I'm
made their
going to
money
just say,
doing their.
yeah, I know, but still. To make a claim that they're going to move if somebody wins, they ain't going to go nowhere. This is the best country in the world. Where are they going to
That's not
go?
it.
I mean,
they
I
wouldn't
guess
be
you
able
could
to
be
make
like
as much
Tony and
money or
live
keep
over
as much
France
money, I
something,
guess.
but
Pelosi might leave. She might finally go to Italy.
hey, Brant, Denison, Ohio. We already went Trump here. We all red in Ohio. That's a good deal.
Yeah, PA is going to be a back-to-back fight.
Brandy.
Yeah. Is it treason?
No, somebody asked. Rusty couldn't remember your
sorry.
name. No, I was telling you what your
It
name
pops
was.
up slower than mine on my end. Like, you see things before I do. So it just popped up when you said my name.
Yeah, and your name tag says Patriot Mama. But how I know y'all, everybody in has probably already been watching the results, and some states it keeps going back and forth. So it's like a nail biter. This is kind of like watching a Super Bowl game, and it's both teams are close to being equal. What's unfortunate about this election is Kamala Harris ain't even close to being equal to Donald Trump, but yet she's still got a fighting chance to win this. That is downright. I don't get it. It doesn't make no sense to me how somebody that's so incapable of doing the job can win. But I seen they did a lot of interviews on the street yesterday, and so many of them said they were going to vote for Trump until she started running, and because they wanted to see some said a woman in office, some said a black woman in office, but it was all about having a woman in office, not the fact of whether they're going to do a good job or not, just by their genitalia or whatever you want to call it, sex or
Say,
race
anybody
or
who wants a
whatever.
woman president would be smart to get a smart one, because when they put a dumb one in there, nobody's ever going to vote for a woman ever again. So if they're so gung-ho on wanting a female, don't put a dumb one in. They're going to be like, well, that didn't work. We're never doing that again.
Yeah, some of them are trying. Yeah, I seen where Bernie won too in our state. That's true. I voted first thing this morning. I was like third in the voting area in the polling. I was the third one in the room, so I did it. Matter of fact, I always show this. I'm proud. Yeah, I'm trying to see
you know what I did with my sticker?
Best way to do it.
I put my sticker on Trump.
Yeah, there you go.
Trump's wearing my sticker. Keeping it on him forever.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Look, this is a life-size Trump. He's very tall. So, like when I stood up next to this, he's super tall.
Yeah, and his son taller than he is.
Yeah, he's very tall.
Stephanie, I don't get it either. Are you guys like me myself? I'm staying up all night to watch this because
I'm up all night anyways.
We're gonna stop this stream at 12:30 and jump on over to, because I'd already scheduled my night out on the Two Pockets Garage channel, so we'll be doing that from 1 a.m. till whenever. If they haven't yet, I want to try to go till they call. Unless they say it's indecisive and they're not going to know for a day or two, then we'll call the live stream done. But right now we're going to go all night until it's a winner, and I mean a solid winner. But Trump's already got lawyers on the ground all over the country. Until they turn solid red. I mean, it's just
that's way more red than they were expecting already.
Yeah, but you know me, Brandy. I don't.
I know you're very negative, and you're like the party pooper of the election night.
I'm not negative. I'm cautious. I'm cautious.
Hey, you can be cautious later.
Because I always wait for
when you think negative thoughts, it gives you negative results.
I'm positive. That's like somebody earlier in the chat room over, and when I was over on Rumble. Hey, SE, when I was over on Rumble, they I lost my train of thought there. Oh man, me
You
and
got
Carl was talking about something. What's Benny hollering about?
New York Times now estimates
What's he
Donald Trump
hollering
to win the
about?
popular vote. New York
That's
Times
what it
is
was.
predicting Donald
Now I'm
Trump
back
will win
on
the
track.
popular vote. They just come out and said it.
There was a person in
That's
chat.
what they're predicting.
There was a person in chat that, yeah, but listen, there was a person in chat over on Rumble, and he said he wasn't going to vote because he didn't feel like his vote counted. And me and Carl both told him that you got every vote counts because you want him to win the popular vote too. Ellie, you're supposed to get a dishwasher so you don't miss a thing.
That doesn't work because not
Hey,
everything's
Raymond.
dishwasher safe. So after I
Well,
load my dishwasher, I still stand there for
hey,
20 minutes washing other things.
well, I don't have a dishwasher either. I figured most people had dishwashers. I don't. I live in an old house. All right, Rusty.
He's very dramatic, isn't he?
So,
Benny is very dramatic.
who, Benny? I like Benny Johnson though. I started out watching Steven
Trump
Crowder
wins
and them,
Wisconsin
but
or something.
he was Steven Crowder goes off on these rants, and he doesn't stick on message and let the viewer know. It's like Benny Johnson. He keeps you informed big time. And that's what I'm
They called
after
Iowa for
tonight. I need
Trump.
my information to come in. Iowa. Do you remember
Yeah. And
that woman who did that
I'm trying to
polling
watch
said that?
this. Go ahead. Like there was a lot going on all at
But
the same time.
they
Go ahead.
well they had a polling come out just yesterday or day before yesterday, saying that Kamala Harris was going to win Iowa. And of course, everybody got confused when that come out. And then she got questioned about her polling on a program, and you D's and R's next to the areas, the stuff in the state of Iowa, and the woman didn't even know what D and R meant next to the names. So her polling can't be correct.
We need a system
Donald
over
Trump's
here.
at 226.
If we need a system. If somebody's
System.
talking and there's some big breaking news, I'm gonna do this so I can be like, oh, he got a state, and then we just go back to talking.
Yeah, Ellie, I figured that. I was just kind of like teasing you a little bit. Yeah, Brandy, I don't have a flag. I have to go like this.
That's what I mean. But well, like if he calls a state and I do this, a state's been called, and I'll say which one it is. I just don't like to cut people off. Hey, he's not telling any. Every time Trump gets a state, I'm gonna do this, and then I'll announce what it is.
Yeah,
Yes, he's very close.
Arizona is having such a hard time winning in Arizona. Go ahead, Brandy.
No, I was saying what you were saying.
Oh, about karaoke?
Yeah.
Yeah, if our thing's freezing for whatever reason, every time I do this, my internet gives me a fit. And I have Spectrum. I don't know who has Spectrum, but they suck. I'm going to get Starlink. That way I'm never without internet again. Although I can't say, nobody can say it's perfect, but I've heard no complaints out of people who have Starlink. And I've seen them on yachts out in the middle of Atlantic Ocean, and the Starlink works just fine. And they were like paying, I remember, for those who don't know me, I have a thing for yachts, even though I'll never be able to afford one. But they were talking about how the internet used to cost them for the big yachts that had like a lot of people who charter it would be like up to $2,000 a month for internet service for the satellite internet deal. And then Starlink come along, and it was like less than $1,200. Matter of fact, after they got the system in, they said it was like right around $200. So that's my commercial for Starlink. I'm gonna eventually get it one of these days.
Hold on. I just
What we
seen a
got?
Benny dance. They just called Oregon, I think. There you go. I didn't want to cut you off. Oh yeah, okay. My TV's a little lagging compared to the other phone I'm watching. I probably need to go out and go back in because I've seen it on my phone before I've seen it on there. Let's see. Okay. That
Phones
way I'm
are
not
always
like
faster.
distracted. Well, I think
So
for
I'm
some
sure
reason I don't have ads on
everybody in this
YouTube, but
room
it keeps
voted
popping up on my
today.
TV.
I have YouTube Premium. I never see ads.
That's what I do too, but for some reason on my TV, ads keep popping up. I don't know why. It doesn't do it on anything else but when I'm on my TV.
That's weird.
I logged out, logged back in. It still doesn't.
So I just want to say I'm glad it's finally here. It's been an exhausting, at least the last 6 months, it's been exhausting.
10
And
years.
hopefully after today, now the challenges are still going to be there. I feel like, and Brandy, I tell you, I'm always overly cautious. I feel like I'm not going to be comfortable. And not even January 6th will I be comfortable after that. I'll be comfortable come January 20th. Because let's be honest, if the CIA took out John F. Kennedy back in the 60s,
I
and
know. I
they're
think about that all
so
the time.
deep embedded with the deep state government, I mean, they're going to be willing to do almost anything to keep him from taking office. And they've pretty much said they're going to be willing to do almost anything to keep it. Because that Raskin threatening, been threatened the 14th Amendment. I had been saying Article 2, but it's Article 3. I've been wrong on that, so I apologize for the error I made calling it Article 2. But it was Article 3 of the 14th Amendment. But they don't really have any legal standing to do that. I don't know why they're saying that they do, but it's been looked at by lawyers, legal people, and they don't, because Trump's got his, when it comes to the legal stuff, Trump's got his ground game set up. He's ready to challenge every one of these states that gives him a hassle. So let's see how well
And they've got experience with that.
I
now,
hope he wins the popular vote. That's all I say. Yeah, well, see, it depends on who you're watching. If you watch MSNBC, MSNBC a little bit, and Harris winning everything. What is that?
Did you just see? It was a meme. They put a projected thing like Harris wins, and it said Ukraine.
Well, it
was just a little meme.
Yeah, all we can do is just, and I ain't a religious man, but I say pray that not that he'll do well, but the fact that he'll be able to take office. That's my biggest concern. This here is just part of the challenge tonight. This is just that first hurdle, and hopefully this may be the only hurdle, but I don't think so. No, I'm not. But hopefully,
I did just see updates for Ohio. Like right before we come in, and the whole evening, Sherrod Brown was ahead of Bernie Moreno, but Bernie Moreno has now taken the lead in Ohio from what I last seen.
Yeah, I think one of heard Brant in the chat room said that Bernie took it. So that's one good thing about the chat. Whatever state you guys live in, keep us informed of your state too, your local stuff, or in your state stuff. I'm curious to see how many Republicans win, because we need to not only win the presidency, not only win the popular vote, but we need to win the House and the Senate. So, that's a lot of hurdles to jump over. But it's not like they didn't put the effort in. I can say Trump was everywhere, and it's so funny how FCC come down on was it ABC that has a Saturday Night Live where they let Kamala Harris come on there, and then they had to give Trump 90 seconds during a race of some kind for him to do his little commercial. Well, they had to, otherwise they were breaking the law.
Well, it was breaking the law, and they can actually, I guess, because I seen an interview with one of the people that keeps an eye on it's a serious thing, I guess. Because somebody was like, "Oh, they'll just pay their fine." They was like, "No, it's not a fine. It's like they can get their whole station could be taken down because of it."
Well, yeah, they broke the law, and
yeah,
it's a good thing that the FCC, because they could have ignored it. Although Trump would have sued him, but it would have been too late. Too little, too late after the fact, because it's so close to election night when it happened. But FCC stood. They stood up and said, "Hey, what the hell are y'all doing? Now we got, you can't be doing these political things. We're not." Go ahead, Brandy.
have to do this. They just called Iowa for Donald Trump, and they're very close to calling Georgia. Oh, it was like official. Like whatever happened earlier, it wasn't official, and they made it official. Somebody said something else.
Oh, I got you.
yeah, I don't know what happened. He's going
to X. Danny Johnson's getting on X a lot to get a lot of his stuff.
That's where everybody goes. If you ever pay attention to the screens they're showing you when they show you stuff, look at their tab up there. It's X, like the 20 different X is pulled up. Every person that goes live and shares things, it's all off of X most of the time. Like you can see their whole tab up there. It's all X.
Yeah, I'm gonna figure.
That's where to get the most accurate information.
I'm not doing it tonight because probably everybody's watching it on their TVs as well as being in here with us. No need to throw a bunch of stuff up on the screen because, well, for one, we're talking about it. So, that's a verbal communication on that. Plus, like I said, everybody's probably watching the secondary screen of some kind to see what. Like I said, I started watching Stephen Carter, but he goes off on them rants and informed like I like Fox Channel, Fox News for a little bit, but even them, they were doing weird stuff. Like they were, and I get it, but they never showed Trump and Kamala. They were showing all the senators and stuff like that, the Congress people, where they was at in their states, which we all need to know, but we got to win the presidency first, and hopefully all the rest of them will be pulled over the finish line with him. Because let's be honest, just about any area that he wins, they win. So it's all good. Trump 3% in North Carolina, 67. I don't understand, Andrew.
83% in Georgia has been reported, and he's still ahead.
A lot of people are saying that North Carolina might go for Harris, and I never even thought that until recently. They were saying that she was polling better in North Carolina than Trump was, and it seems like North Carolina would be Trump country.
I thought they already called North Carolina for Trump.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yes,
well, no.
Oh, okay.
He's up 3%.
Oh, okay. Never. Okay.
67% of the votes already in.
I read that wrong. I got it.
And they probably will call him for Trump. But the thing is they were doing all these false flags on these all these polls and stuff. All of a sudden,
Yeah, in the
the
beginning, they
polls
were calling
changed the
Harrison
last 7 days.
early.
Well, but a week ago, Trump was ahead. And then all of a
I'm talking
sudden,
about
less than a
tonight. Like
week
they
ago,
started saying early that Harris had won Virginia, like before it was even close. Yeah.
when that, yeah, but what I'm saying is all these polling where they keep track of who they predict's going to win, they had Trump up less than a point, but up all the way till this week. And then all of a sudden it flipped and it's all Harris all day long. And it just false flag, bunch of false flags.
I say O'Keefe said that he had hundreds of people going out to watch polls because, and if they did something illegal, he was going to make sure they got it on video. That was his whole thing. So if he found something, he said that they knew that they would,
Well, yeah,
and they wanted video to prove it.
let's be honest.
Yeah.
That's one of the main reasons why they opened up the border, because they wanted a new election. Uh, they wanted people who was going to be loyal to them, because they got brought into this country. They get treated better than they treat the U.S. citizens, and they're not going to bite the hand that feeds them. And they definitely don't want Trump to win. So that's the whole idea, is to change the electoral uh, landscape of this country. Hopefully that'll change. If Trump wins tonight, they'll start that mass deportation first day of February.
They just called Georgia for Trump.
Oh, that was a big one. That was iffy. That was going to be iffy right there. According to the polls, that was going to be iffy. But it's looking good. So where's the electoral count? I can't see it on the screen right
He's
now.
got 242.
There it is.
He needs a single state to win it.
He only has 108.
Now you're cutting out.
It's too soon.
You're back, but it cut out for
everybody went to bed that election night thinking that we had it in the bag.
No, not we.
4:30 in the morning, the whole world changed. What do you mean not we?
Okay, but we have so many people watching these polls right now that what happened that night is not going to be allowed to happen again. That's the point. That's not going to slide this time.
That was a unique thing. They used
but it's
the
not going to slide if they try it.
To change rules. Yeah, but now there's a lot of states that'll let their illegals vote.
Vinny's got some funny graphics. Sorry.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, we went to bed that night thinking that he won, and then 4:30 in the morning, the world changed. It probably ain't gonna happen.
They're going to try, but there's too many people watching them now. Yeah, there's too many people watching now. Like they have eyes on them in every which direction. Laura Trump has been working her butt off all day because as soon as somebody was having an issue, boom, she had people on it fixing it. She's watching everything. She's got people watching everything.
Yeah, I've seen some interesting interviews. The street interviews, they're always crazy. Depends on where they're doing it at, though. They tend to do them around colleges a lot. I don't know if anybody's ever noticed that. It's either at some beach somewhere or it's a college. And let's be honest, as smart as college kids are supposed to be, their views of the world is not very smart. So they get some funny answers Of course, a lot of them don't even know why they would vote for Harris other than it's not Trump. So to me, that's an uninformed vote, and really, they shouldn't allow. There's got to be who's voting, and I think they ought to be able to They ought to have to take a course, like a, you know, civil test, test or whatever you want to call it. Brandy, I think I got your mic turned down. Hang on. Can you hear me,
Can you hear me?
Brandy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm on here.
Okay. Yeah,
You good?
the mic went crazy there. Turned you all the way down. I'm still learning this system, everybody. Uh, although I have the free version, which makes it the cheap version, which doesn't work as good as if I paid for it. But I just wanted to see if it worked at all, and if it did, then I was going to invest the money in because I like using it. It's streaming for dummies, is what it is. Hey, yeah, see, that's what I'm saying, Stephanie. I have Spectrum too, so my screen
So do I.
freezes, and Brandy's is freezing, but it ain't her. It's not her. It looks like it's my system that's freezing. That's why I say I'll do a commercial for Starlink. Hey, Elon Musk, send me a Starlink. I'll do a commercial for you. Of course, we know he won't.
I'll do a commercial. I really, at this point, just think it's worth the money to switch the whole internet system to Starlink. Period. They just keep jacking up the prices on
Yeah,
this
and
one, and it
well, you
works
looked
crappier
up.
every time they jack the price up. I looked up how much it was. You like if you're just getting the basic one, what was it, like 5 something? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Is
you
that what it
looked up
was?
the prices
I think so.
for Starlink. What was it? I can't remember.
I think it was like 5 something for the basic one. Which, if you're not out in the middle of the ocean somewhere or something, that's all you need.
That's see, it's being right around $1,200. So that's gotten cheaper. Money out of my
It's
pocket.
actually cheaper on Starlink's website than like Amazon or something, but
Yeah, Stephanie, we all should.
I'm gonna check real quick.
Uh, I just
We
wish the
really
price was a
should
little
because
bit
these people
cheaper.
are charging
Cause
outrageous.
like rusty nuts. That's what they're just saying. No, Georgia for Trump. That was a 50-50 thing there, if I'm not mistaken. They really thought that Kamala could pull that out. So that's a pretty big win for Trump to get Georgia. But I've been saying all day long, it don't matter who you think you want to vote for. You don't like Trump. You got to be tired of how this country's being ran right now. And as much as you don't like
Some of these
Trump,
people
you
are
can't say
delusional.
that he didn't do a halfway decent job. They are. They definitely are. I've seen some very intelligent people lose their shit on having a conversation about Donald Trump.
I gotta make sure I'm not showing my
What are
address.
you showing, Brady?
Anyways, I just went on Starlink.com, put in my address, and it says
Yeah.
for the congestion charge, hardware, shipping and handling, and tax, I could have the whole Starlink set up for $495.75.
I'm gonna start saving up for
Like,
that.
yeah, and I think it's definitely worth it because I'm like they're charging me all like close to $200 a month for crappy internet. It just keeps going up, and I don't even have like cable TV or nothing
Yeah, I
with
tell
it.
you what, Stephanie, I was just saying a little bit ago. First time I knew about Starlink was because
Excuse
they
me.
use them on yachts now. They go all over the world. One place in the Antarctic that it doesn't have, they don't have it with Starlink, but the rest of the world is fine. What's that, Brandy?
It probably works there, but they ain't gonna tell us about it. It probably works in that one spot, but that's probably a spot we're not allowed to know
Well,
about.
Yeah, Rusty, you know, $120 is a lot cheaper than I pay now. And Spectrum, I pay $210. It's crazy. And I only use the internet because I have apps for everything. Everything I do is on the internet. But it's worth $120 a month. Like if anybody has Spectrum, like Stephanie and I, you get so
Yep.
frustrated.
Elon Musk is
You be in the middle of what's that?
Elon Musk just put on X game set match because Donald Trump is closing in on 90% chance of winning altogether. Sorry, I was reading the X tweet, the X
Yeah, but you
post.
know, I was saying on the other podcast, the betting odds for Trump not to win tonight, but they're not betting for him to win tonight. That he's got that in the bag. They've already conceded that in the Vegas gambling thing, or the odds of him winning. But they set up a new deal of what's the odds of him taking office. Not that he's winning tonight, but they're betting on whether he'll be able to take it
I
or not.
mean, we'll cross that bridge when we get past this.
It's a 50%, say a 50-50 that he won't take office.
We'll see what happens after tonight. I mean, he's not a dumb man. They've already tried things. He's got his own security on top of other security. I mean, we'll see. And then there's crooked people who want to do legal stuff and be slimy, whatever. So we'll see. But
Yeah,
I mean,
Rusty,
they
I don't
talk more
think they'd
crap about
offer that.
Vance right
I
now
don't
than
think they
Trump.
offer that here.
Not, I don't get that
Is
at my
that
address. Yeah,
system good?
that's not available.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, it's not available here.
Hmm.
But like I said, I pay $210, so paying $120 a month for Starlink, and you can take it with you. You can take it in your car. You don't have to just. It ain't just attached to your house. You can take it in your car and go on down the road and have internet. You know, I know a lot of people. Everybody uses their phones traveling, but say you want to watch a movie and you want to watch it on a bigger screen than your phone, you could watch the internet on a laptop or a tablet, or even if you have just a single monitor, you can hook it up to it. To me, that's a game changer to be able to do that. If you go camping and you have Starlink, you'll always have the internet. Today's world, people are lost without the internet anymore. So be able to go camping and have internet to go with you, that's going to not just have it, but work well. So,
At what time do
like
the
I
polls
said,
close in California? Are they closed already?
well, they're
Because
3 hours
nothing on that
behind
side's being
us, and
called yet. So yeah,
they close at 7:30
then they
their
should be
time, so
closed.
they're 3
Yeah,
hours
so
behind us.
9 minutes ago. So we should start seeing the West Coast start coming in.
California, they'll take a minute for them because it's such a large population.
Well, it always does. Yeah. But I mean, we'll start seeing the last bit of the coast start coming in.
I was talking about buying the portable package anyway, Rusty. That's what I was talking about. You don't have to buy the house one. You can buy the portable package and set the thing up next to the window in your house, and it works. I've seen people do it. So I would have the portable package.
Yeah, Elon Musk is literally sitting in the room with Donald Trump right now, and he's like, game over. He's sitting at the table at Mar-a-Lago with him.
Game ain't over yet. He ain't hit 270 yet.
Here you go with your negativity. Stop that right now.
It's not.
My
It ain't
dad.
negative.
It's not over yet.
It,
Who cares if we even you're supposed to be positive even when you're not positive. Just gotta be positive.
well, I keep saying I hope he wins. I hope we get through the night.
No,
But still,
I hope, and then you be like, but anyways, don't do
well, we ain't crossed the
negative
finish line
thoughts
yet.
bring
I
negative
mean,
results.
it, no, that's not necessarily true.
Manifestation. Don't do it.
Manifestation.
Religious views, spiritual views. Which one do you want to come from?
Smuck him. Yeah, that you may be right, Stephanie. I need smucked. Oh man,
So we're at
I tell you,
how
it's
much percent does that say at the bottom of the screen? 59% in Pennsylvania cold, and it's 48% to
I can't read it.
50%
It's
Trump and
not
elite in
showing it.
Pennsylvania. Yeah, I think it's 59% is what it says
Yeah,
again.
it's not. I'm not saying
48 to
it.
50 Trump leading. Yeah, it's still got a ways to go there.
Yeah, I know, Stephanie. I figured that. Sometimes I need a little smack in the head.
Kamala's got a
You
Glock.
know,
I'm gonna start clocking people.
so I'm sometimes I'm a little thick in the head. That's just the way it is. It's my personality. It's just I've always been that way. I'm one of those people that
Has anybody checked CNN
even
lately to see if they're crying yet?
no, there'll be so many memes on YouTube. If that's the case, you'll see it all
Yeah, I'll watch the
later when
highlights. I was just wondering
you
if
can.
anybody's getting it in real time.
Yeah, I doubt it. I bet they're spouting a different game right now than what we're seeing. Oh, they
I
didn't
don't know. I've
officially
seen
call
two different
Georgia.
people say I've seen two different sites call Georgia, so I don't know. He won't officially call them
It's
here unless he gets
solid
it from at
red
least two
with.
different things. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they said it was called.
I mean it. Well, I mean it's hard telling. Uh, See, that goes. What did I just tell you, Brandy? It ain't over till it's over.
No, I believe in what I'm
We
watching
don't
with
know
my own
yet.
eyes. I done seen it called twice. Georgia's already been called. They did the dance. They did the whole thing. It's been called. I don't know what Rusty's watching, but I just seen it called
Oh,
twice in live time.
because
So we might be
so
watching
the
something different.
dance happened. That made it.
They won't do the dance unless
The
they have
dance
it at
happened
least
for
two
sure,
official
right?
sites. Like once you see the dance, it's officially called. They won't do it unless it's officially called.
We'll see. I'm thanks guys for coming in and hanging out with us. Uh, you know how it is. I don't really never plan nothing. We just get in here and start talking, and
Yeah,
hopefully
and then
it's
we're trying to pay attention to this too.
educational, but at minimum entertaining. Because it is what it is. Oh, for those I don't know in here who watches me on that other channel with Asshole's Opinion. I no longer will be doing that show with them, unfortunately, but that was their decision. So for those who watch that, there's that information. But I'm still going to be on this network. I call this a network because I'm old school. I'm still going to be on this YouTube channel as well as my car channel. If you keep coming back, maybe we'll get into some other conversation beside the election. Because there's all kinds of things that we can talk about that we'd like to see done different or improved on, and it's just the way it is. But we have I got a real concern in our town that if it does go Trump's way, then we may have an issue with the extra population we have in our town because they will not go quietly into the night. I guarantee it.
No, definitely not. Hmm.
All right, so I'm trying to be positive.
Yes.
Boy, they're almost neck and neck in Arizona.
He's just showing a CNN update.
That,
Yeah, they've been like that. He's been back and forth on Arizona.
what was that?
But they were just showing a CNN clip where Trump has taken the Latino lead in what was it that they just said he took the Latino lead in? Oh, never mind. He's not paying attention. It's something that they wasn't expected. Like it took a big. He's taken. He took the Puerto Rican lead in the bottom of Florida away from her. After the joke.
Well, they assumed all that after that guy said that joke because they kept saying it was Trump that said that, which is they keep lying about shit. You know, lie after lie after lie. Trump for the win, my prediction. Well, I hope you're right, Mary. Uh, I'll be right there with you if he wins. It is a good prediction. And I honestly, I think he will win, but it can't just be a win. It has to be an overwhelming win. Something they cannot deny.
It can't be close.
Something they can't come back and
If
start
it's
doing
close,
stuff
then we're gonna be
to
sitting
try
here
to
forever.
overturn it. Electoral 210 to 112. Yeah,
No.
that's pretty good. But you know, if they call like I can't remember how many electoral votes California has. Somebody might know in the chat more than me, I guess. I used to keep track of that stuff, but it's been a while since I even looked at it. And the electoral college is very important, and I should be more educated on it to stay educated on it. I just don't. I just know some states have a whole lot more electoral votes than others, and I know it's done by population. That's another reason why they brought in a bunch of southern
just like Elon
migrants.
said on the Rogan show. He explained it very well, or Rogan did. They put them in them swing states, and they're going to gain a whole lot of electoral votes, and they'll never be able to. It'll never be able to get fixed. It'll never be a legitimate election again.
Yeah, you know, if Trump doesn't win by some chance, and like I said, an overwhelming win, it's still going to be nasty. Oh, now they're saying likely Trump. 88%. Trump has an 88% chance of winning. That's pretty.
And when I first started watching this an hour and a half ago, it was dead in the center of toss-up. It's just been going farther and farther, like red, the whole time.
See, Mary, that's all my thoughts and my fears right there. Is okay, he wins. Good. Hopefully, he wins popular vote too. Good. Right now, they're already claiming that they're going to do whatever they can to keep him from taking office. So the thing is, let's see what happens between now and January 6th.
Don't worry about that.
Why she got to be right, Stephanie? Why can't I be right?
Let's enjoy this victory that we've spent so many years fighting for, and worry about that crap tomorrow. We're gonna worry about it, but we'll worry about that crap tomorrow. Gotta celebrate your victories. It's fucking depressing. Sorry, freaking depressing.
I will celebrate.
YouTube friendly? Probably not.
I mean, I celebrate like the next person.
I'll say we've had 4 years of crap. Gotta be
It's
happy
just I
about
gotta
something.
wait till it's over with. You know, I'm one of those people that, in my mind, I'm the one that worries so that you don't have to.
I'll
It's
worry,
like
but I'm gonna be happy and be positive.
getting stuff
I know
done. There's,
I'm a realistic. I know it's a possibility.
well, I'm just saying, I probably do enough worrying for everybody in this chat room, probably more than likely, because that's just the way my brain works. But I don't know about. I have a cold tonight, in case anybody haven't noticed. I'm not breathing very well.
My husband's never watched Benny before,
That's
and he's
right,
watching all
Papa.
his
That's
reactions.
why I think
This guy's very
um,
animated.
more than likely, if Trump wins overwhelmingly, then they're going to pull all the Republicans across the finish line to help with the House and the Senate. What is it? They want to gain eight. There's 8 seats up in the Senate, and I don't know how many is in Congress, in the House that's up for election. But we got to take control. You're probably right, Stephanie. I would bet a lot of money on that. You're probably right. That's like maybe my cold would go away when if Trump wins tonight. We'll, we'll see what happens. Of course, I don't know what time today, but I got up at 3:50 this morning, and I went and voted, and then I went and worked in my old hot rod for my other channel today, and come home, and here we are. I've been on one, already been on one podcast before I got on ours. So, and
Okay, I caught a
we
little nap, and because I kept getting woke right back up, so I just gave up.
we are starting a Rumble uh, podcast because I want to get on Rumble so we can talk about stuff and say what we want to say the way we want to say it. So we'll
Bernie
have,
Moreno wins the U.S. Senate election in Ohio.
yeah,
Sorry,
somebody earlier said that already. Brant
I
said
didn't
that
see it.
earlier.
I didn't
That's
see
what
it.
I'm saying.
Yeah,
Anywhere Trump wins, hopefully all the other Republicans will win too.
you would think that.
But you know, but anyway, what I was saying is, so we'll have the podcast on Rumble, and then I still have my channel because I won't be no longer on the live stream with the guys from that asshole's opinion. So it'll be my channel here, and then uh, live stream for the night owls every Tuesday night, Wednesday morning on my car channel. Those who can't sleep or those who are in a different time zone and just live stream talking with people. It's not just trying to be passing information along because a lot of times y'all give me just as much information as I try to give you. So that's a good thing.
I'm gonna mute my mic for a second. I'll be right back.
All right. You know, Mary, that's true. Um, I'm one of those people. I fight. I fight with depression a lot. Uh, Not so much anxiety, although I do have my moments on anxiety. But I fight depression a lot, and it does feel like a prison. To be honest with you, kind of feels like you're trying to walk through mud and can't get nowhere. You ever have a dream like that where you're running and feels like you're running in mud? That's what depression feels like. Oh, thank you very much, Mary. Talk to you later. Thanks for stopping by. So Trump is at 242 and Kamala's at 108. That's where it was earlier. Not much changed since that one did it? Of course, I always expect these things to go fast, but we know they're not. It's going to be a long night. And hopefully, I don't know about you guys, but I know I wouldn't be able to sleep tonight. So that's kind of why we did it. That's going to do it here. Well, that's a good thing. I don't know. It's kind of hard to get through sometimes. I guess on your own. I work through it pretty good. I have my moments, but I work through it.
Okay, I'm back.
All right, Mary. Appreciate that. I'll talk to you later. Yo, Benny Johnson, he's definitely an excitable individual. I'm telling
Yeah,
you
he's
what.
not gonna let you be negative watching him. I don't
Oh,
care what
man.
he's talking about. He jumps around. He's crazy all the time. This guy. He's like that every story he tells. I don't care what he's talking
Is
about.
anybody in here? Anybody in here watching CNN or MSNBC? Because I'm kind of curious to how they're calling all this. There's, when it comes to local elections, I hope that I know Trump's going to use Vivek in his administration somewhere,
Yeah.
but I kind of hope he does take it serious and run for governor of Ohio. So Rusty, what's it looking like on CNN and MSNBC? I'd switch over, but I don't. The other computer I'm on so old it probably wouldn't be able to handle more than one thing.
I was updating my Facebook about the Sherrod Brown thing. Just ruffle a few people's little feathers. You know. Gotta keep them stressing.
Is Vivek down in Florida with the rest of the guys?
I don't know because I seen Dana White. I knew Elon was going to be there with him.
I
I don't know
imagine
who
he
else.
is. I imagine they're probably all at the house.
Well, I don't know. Some of them were going to be with Charlie Kirk or one of the other ones somewhere. Like they had 2 different spots set up. I know that.
See that?
Man, I don't remember what they said earlier.
Rusty, that right there is what I'm talking about. It's almost like they think they know something. They're either that delusional and in denial, or they think they know something we don't.
They can't admit it,
And
especially if
that right there concerns me. Yeah, but there's enough being called right now to definitely put him ahead. I mean,
they're not going to be like, oh, yeah,
we
we admit defeat. They're never going to do that.
They'll have to when he hits 270.
Well, that's what I mean. They're going to be very depressed when they have to do it, but they're never going to just willingly be like, you know what, it's not looking good, people. They're never going to do that.
You know, when he won back in 2016, sorry, I was for sure he won. It's kind of like I had this feeling I knew that he was going to do the things that I wanted a businessman in that office to do. And let's be honest too. He had so much going against him. Not only all the Democrats, but half the damn Republicans too. And he still was getting stuff done. Now imagine this time if he's got the House and the Senate and they're all on his side, because a lot of the never Trumpers are gone. And the ones that are still there are changing their tune because they don't want to be exercised by their peers, because there's going to be more of us in there than there are of them. I hope I said that right. Yeah. 54 electric. Oh, okay. That's a lot.
Yeah, but
No ID to
we already
vote.
knew that
Yeah,
was going to happen. They
I
knew that was going
just
to happen.
watched that. This guy went in there and tested that, and he videoed, recorded it.
Mm-hmm.
He went in, he tried to show him his ID. They wouldn't take it. So they asked him his name, and then he gave his name, and then he asked him his address, and he gave him a bogus address. And the girl said, that don't match. He said, well, it may not be right, but that's what I'm going to use. So she called over one of the managers, and the lady said, let him vote, even though he was given a bogus address, because they would never look at his driver's license. He tried to give it to them, and they wouldn't take it. Go ahead, Brandy.
Trump just won Idaho. He's at 246 now.
See, states like that where there's such a small count in electoral votes,
It's a victory, so I had
it's
to do the.
it's I don't know, it's good.
Arizona's close, so close. Like they are neck and neck. Literally, like
Oh,
within
they already
3,000
called
something votes, is it?
California.
Yeah, they was going to
Looks
do
like
that.
they
We knew
just
that was
called
coming.
California. Did y'all see that? Looks like
Yeah.
California. Well, we all knew California would go,
I got to say, she's at that.
but that's
She's at
where everybody
162.
was. Which so far ain't enough. 93% chance of winning. That's good. But I hope he wins the popular vote too, because even though California went for Kamala, every vote counts.
I was going to say, yeah,
I
let's
think
see how it breaks down from county to county.
that's what they try to do different this time. It's not just vote. And a lot of people say, well, I live in a blue state. What's the sense of voting? That's how they get the popular vote. That's how they win the popular vote every time they win. It's because if a Republican lives in a blue area, they think their vote don't count. And it may not in some cases, but in cases like this, to where we need to have we need to have a decisive win. We have to win everything. So, and that way they can try, but they can't succeed at doing anything to keep them out of office, short of assassinating him. And we don't want that. So, and I don't even know if I can say that on YouTube. Unalive him. I'll probably get in trouble for saying that. So,
Attempt.
I don't take Neurontin.
I'm sorry you can't hear that on here.
What? What are you
Benny.
talking about? Oh,
What
I
Benny
was
just said.
answering.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually, they're Papa, I have a lot of prescriptions. None of them are rotten. See, hopefully, Rusty, that'll change. It makes no sense, their argument about the no ID thing, when they don't have a problem with IDs being needed for almost everything else in this country. No problem whatsoever. But when it comes to voting, it's a cardinal sin that you have to show an ID. You're a racist
It actually
individual
makes
if
perfect
you want
sense.
ID
They
to be
know
shown.
exactly what they're doing. They know what they're doing.
When really,
Their followers are just not smart enough to believe it.
but you know how many minorities are offended by that point of view? Because liberals really think that minorities are not capable of making it to the BMV or someplace to get a state ID or a driver's license. it's like they think they're ignorant when they all have the same self. I mean, they're no different than anybody else. But I've literally seen them stupid interviews to where they think, well, we need to help the minorities because they don't know how to use a cell phone or the internet or know where the BMV is. I mean, it's downright ridiculous. We got shenanigans
Sorry,
going on in
Benny pulled
Georgia
up the
right now.
Poly Market
Yeah.
thing again, and Kamala Harris is approaching 0% chance to win on Poly Market.
So Georgia's not called yet, Rusty? Because they was earlier, we seen. So are
I
they
don't know. I
saying it's
checked two
not
different
now?
things, and it still says it.
Well, Rusty's saying they got shenanigans going on there.
I
So
mean,
that usually
there's
means that
shenanigans going on.
I'll say it
Too
again.
big to rig,
I'll
even with
keep repeating
shenanigans.
myself.
Some think you
Well,
can
it's
only
got to
keep
be
so
too
much.
big to
That's what
rig.
too big to rig means. That's what I
It's
mean. If it was too big, shenanigans or not, go get it.
it does. It's got to be too big to rig. But that won't stop them from doing some kind of, and I pardon my language, but some kind of bullshit at 4:30 in the morning.
Bold shenanigans.
We've been here before with that. That's why we have to win everything. The Trump sign on top of the White House.
Yeah, he's
Big old
already
Trump
installing the
sign on
Trump
top
sign,
of
the
the
gold
White
Trump
House.
on top of the White
I
House.
hope you guys
Getting
are
his
seeing
gold
that.
statues up. That's funny.
Big old gold Trump sign on top of the White House. Hey, I would not have a problem with it. At least
Uh,
for the 4 years he's there. Although he may want to
I
improve
say
the
if he takes
building a
it when he
little bit,
goes,
and then
yeah.
he can keep his name on there. I mean, hell, they got a city named after him in Israel now.
Is it gold too?
Oh
That's what I
man,
was dead laughing at Jill Biden's outfit when she voted today.
yeah, it was
Like she
gold.
went in there
Yeah,
in all red, and she went in there in an all red outfit with black and gold shoes on. Everybody knows that's Trump's colors. She's got gold everything. And then she told people she wrote in Joe Biden, but since you can't see her ballot, I really think she just voted for Trump. Like she went in all red like a Republican and black and gold shoes on for Donald Trump. Joe Biden's wife, Jill Biden, when she voted today, she looked like a
she
straight
did
Republican to me.
subliminal messaging.
Yeah, exactly.
She was
She does not
because
dress like
Dem-
that.
2020, wasn't it? Can you hear me, Brandy?
I can now. It kind of froze up for a second. I was waiting on it to catch back up.
Well, that's what my little drop down box said. It said my mic is not connected, but yet it showed it was.
It like slowed for a
This
second, kind of
streaming
froze and then come back.
has issues, but I think it's because I'm using the free version because I'm poor.
I really
But
don't know because the other live
it's
streams I was
working
watching
good.
were having issues. I think there's just a lot of
Well,
people
the
live right
last
now.
time we used this, uh, no, it's before I used this one when I was just straight on YouTube. All of Ohio, at least this part of Ohio, lost internet for an hour. So I had to hotspot my cell phone back up to finish the live stream. Yeah, and Stephanie, is that where they were talking about they were like suspicious pipe bombs being at certain locations? It was like real early in the day. Uh, I hadn't heard about it till tonight because uh, after I voted this morning, I just wanted to get away from it all, so I just went out and stayed in my garage for 5 hours. So I didn't catch up on all that stuff till just recently, earlier tonight. But and then there was a pipe bomb today.
You froze for a second again.
That's why I just see that. I don't even try talking. I just wait for it to be done.
Like the closer we're getting to him getting his stuff, they're going to start messing with the internet because we're not on Elon Musk stuff. They don't want us talking.
Yeah. You
Uh-oh,
know,
wait
it's
a minute.
funny.
CNN's about to start crying.
The internet on my other laptop's working just.
He's got out the big salt shaker for the liberal tears. He's got a huge salt shaker. That says Donald Trump on it. He said he got from somewhere. That's a real salt shaker. Just for this.
They do seem a little bit. They seem a little bit salty.
They don't. Yeah, that's the point. And then every time he does that and the CNN looks salty, they put a bunch of salt shakers in his chat.
I tell you, it. We got. If we get this nationally, we got to start. At least me personally, be more involved. I went online and filled out the digital paperwork to run for precinct captain office here in my town. So we'll see where that goes. They got a couple of councilman seats coming open next year, but I just don't feel right trying to run for one of those when I haven't been involved in local politics. So I figure I'd get my feet wet and do the precinct captain deal.
We're watching Benny Johnson on YouTube.
Canada. There we go. That's right. You said Canada before. I remember now. I like my Canadian people.
You know what? There's people I
They're
follow
good
in
people.
Canada, and they don't get to see all of the news and stuff that's really going on. So it's really crappy that they just had to
Stephanie,
hide
it's
a lot of the new
Benny
stuff
Johnson
on them.
live.
I just said that.
Yeah. Hang on a second, Brandy. Wait a minute. Did you already tell her that? She's asking where it was. It's Benny Johnson live. Okay. I didn't hear you. On the YouTubes.
Yep, I said on the YouTube.
Ah, man, we're losing people. I didn't hear you.
It's probably because it's starting to cut
must
out.
have been froze.
I say it's starting to freeze more, but like I said, the later we get into this, the last time it did that, the longer we was on here, that's when we started having issues.
It's a conspiracy. They're doing it on purpose. They're going to have a blackout. Watch. We'll have a nationwide blackout with the internet, say right around midnight, which it's
somebody around here
quarter after 11 now. So, huh?
But somebody around here's got to have some Starlink.
Yeah, somebody does. Not us, but somebody does.
I want to get it. We do not have it.
What makes you think Joe Biden will call Trump to congratulate him as soon as he knows he wins?
I want to see the letter that Joe Biden has to leave for Trump at the White House. He's going to be like, here's all the deets on the dirt on everybody. I'm out of here. You're welcome.
You may never see that because, Trump has never showed the letter that Obama wrote him because it's just something they don't do.
I mean,
but it would be funny to look at. I
don't need to see it, but I bet you it's going to be good. That's all I'm saying. I guarantee that it's going to be a big his final F you to the whole Democratic Party.
Yeah, because they can say what they want.
Especially if Jill writes it for him like she does everything else.
The garbage comment or the smacking us on the ass or take Trump out into a boat and not bring him back. I mean, those comments were made on purpose to fuel on the fire there, to kind of give Kamala a
The Secret Service
bad
just moved a bunch of
polling, I
people to
guess.
Mar-a-Lago. They're about to be on the move. Trump's probably about to head to the place because it's probably about to go down to go ahead and just say he won.
So now Rusty's
They know
saying that
something's going on. Yeah.
Trump.
That's what I said. Jill will probably do it for him like she does everything else, and that'll still be a juicy letter. She'll tell all the family secrets.
Yeah, I agree with Brandy, Stephanie. Jill will probably be the one writing the letter. And
She'll be like, "Look what you did, Joe. You did such a good job. I
however
answered
you
all
look
the
at it,
questions for you."
it's probably going to be a doozy.
Such a good job, Joe. Such a good job.
Look,
Yeah, but they are moving the Secret Service and to Mar-a-Lago, which means Trump's
moving
planning on
ahead
leaving soon. Yeah, and they're like, I think they're 95% in. Those are counties. Like that was a county, that wasn't the state.
He's got to win Pennsylvania.
Yeah, they're going county by county.
If he wins Pennsylvania, it is undoubtedly telling them that they fucked up. They didn't do this country right. And pardon my language, but they can't expect to run this country this shitty for 4 years and not have some kind of retribution. And if it had probably been another candidate besides Trump, they probably would have had an easier win. It's just a lot of people hate Trump. They can't enjoy his personality like we do.
But after
we see his
sense
through, of humor
there's no way he can't get another chance.
Oh yeah. There's very few people as tough as he is to go through all that lawfare against him, and then I don't care what you say, you're being shot at, and the hit
your wife's underwear drawers
you're being shot
through.
and you still feel the need to get up and tell everybody you're all right and fight. That right there won a lot of people. Well, that won Elon Musk over. That's what made Elon Musk decide he wanted to work for Trump and vote for him, or campaign for him and vote for him, and be part of his administration, which hopefully they'll let him do what he does best. And what he wants to do is, if I'm not mistaken, is to find government waste and cut the fat.
Mm-hmm.
And if they let him do the job, if he is given that job, that task, and they let him do it, then
Joe Rogan is putting some pretty funny stuff on X right now, by the way.
It's a good thing.
I'm looking at some updates because
A guy on CNN, guy on it. Oh, that's him. Guy on MSNBC looks a little bit excited.
Yeah. It's like, oh look, she got a county. You gotta get her something.
He's still MSNBC is still claiming that Pennsylvania is going to go for Harris.
I mean, it's a very tight race there, so we'll see. 177 to 246.
Yeah, Melania is an intelligent woman. Amish? What's Amish got to do with Melania?
When you have parades, no, I was talking about Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay.
There were like parades of buggies, Amish buggies with their Trump flags going to the voting polls. You don't see that. Like, ever.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people that came out for him, and they thought for sure that when that comedian made that stupid joke that it was going to sink the campaign. And then they come out with every commercial, just not one truth in any of the ads that they ran in the last 10 days. Not one truthful thing about it, not one. And you try to explain that to people, and they just don't want to listen. They said, "Oh no, they wouldn't do that. They wouldn't do. They can't do that. They're putting that over the airwaves." Well, yes, they can because we have free speech, and politicians use that to the fullest extent. Although they don't like you using it, but they don't have a problem at all using it themselves and make it a big deal about being able to do it because it's free speech. It's like and I've seen some smart people this last couple of years when they talk about you like it. Well, not that he's smart. Tampon Tim saying that hate speech is not allowed speech. It's like, are you stupid? That's exactly what that means. That if somebody has something that they want to say and you don't like, they have the right to say it because we have free speech in this country. So that makes him an idiot right there. He shouldn't even be allowed to have a job to fill the tampon machines in the bathrooms, let alone be vice president. But that's just my personal opinion.
Laura
Yeah,
Loomer just
Stephanie, I
posted
did.
27 seconds ago that Trump won North Carolina, and I don't know that I'm just seeing Laura Loomer post that on X. I haven't seen it called yet, but go ahead.
What I was going to say is when Brandy said that, I'm Stephanie. Now I remember seeing they were interviewing some Amish women, and they all said they were going to vote for Trump, which I find that to be pretty cool. I guess as isolated life that they have, they still get affected by U.S. politics and the way the country ran. So it's a good thing that in that comment that Mark Cuban said about Trump uh, would is not capable when every woman that works around him is about as strong as you can get.
You want
What
if you want to say that
are you
this is a
saying, Brandy?
conspiracy theory, Kamala Harris just told everybody at her wherever their compound is, whatever you want to call it, that they're waiting at. What do they call that? Where all the people are waiting to see if she wins. The word just went out of my head. She just told everybody to go home and go to sleep. It's going to be a long night. Or it's basically saying if anything, they won't know anything until after 3 a.m. So if stuff starts moving or something starts happening to votes at 3 a.m., she told on herself on the internet.
I told you.
Because she just told all the people, like at her headquarters, whatever, that not to sit there and
Yeah,
wait for a party or who wins. Go ahead and go home, get some sleep. We won't know anything till after 3 a.m. But she told on herself if stuff starts happening at 3 a.m.
I'm telling you, it's like they're trying to tell you they know something you don't.
Well, they're being real stupid by saying it out loud because that's how you catch them.
Well, they are real
That stuff
stupid.
can be caught. That stuff can be caught and proven, especially when they do stuff like that.
Well, it's almost like they defy logic when they talk to the American people. It's like
They don't know logic.
they tell you what they're going to do. You just got to pay attention to how they're and what they're saying. Uh, they are saying with all these rule changes because they're always wanting to change the rules. This whole idea it's about all the IDs and everything this time. Last time it was COVID and mail-in ballots, and then
Do you believe
this
that they
time
would have
we'll
got
see.
it, been able to do that if COVID wasn't a thing back then? Or is COVID the reason they were
No,
able to do it?
no, I don't.
Because COVID's not here right now.
But even in Pennsylvania, a state in Pennsylvania agreed to those rule changes. So, so
Yeah, and then they've had
our
4
own
years of crap. They might have
Republicans.
changed their mind.
So it's just Yeah, well, I don't know.
And now they've had 4 years of crap. They may have changed their mind because, according to what people say when they're talking to people on the street, they're not happy.
And
You
I
froze
don't
all the
want
way up. I
to.
can't hear you.
Right, I keep losing my internet. What I was going to say is, let's call this at 11:30 instead of at 12:30 because I got to see what's going
Probably
on with my
because
internet and see what's happening. And then
that's fine. And plus,
for you
it might
guys
be
that are
because once we get so long, it cuts it off.
that's possible. So for those in here that it's going to be around at 1 a.m., we'll start that up at 1 a.m. on my other channel, Empty Pockets Garage. I've already got a scheduled thing set there. Yeah, she's always doing decorations like that, Stephanie.
Oh, he's in the building. Yeah, he's got all my I voted sticker. Where's my finger? Whoop. Yeah, over there somewhere. I put my I voted sticker on Trump. He gets to keep it forever
I'm gonna
because I voted for him today.
I'm gonna put mine on my laptop, on my lid of my laptop.
Well, I got two because Nate handed me his when we walked out. So I was like, I'm gonna keep this one in my purse in case something happened to that one. But that's the one I wore all day, and it was getting a little rough, so I just stuck it on Trump back here. That way, I'll look. That's memorabilia now. It's an actual voting sticker from this election for him. That's history. You can write a whole thing on the back of it. It's cardboard. It's gonna be in the museum one day. My Trump freaking sticker
Um,
or voting sticker.
so thanks you guys. I'll be back on at 1 a.m. for my night owl version. Hopefully, we'll know more. Uh, so, for those who are here that might want to show up for that, I think time.
He's showing the
My
Kamala voters
I
walking
think
away,
froze
very
again.
disappointed, leaving the headquarters. Yeah, you're good. They're all leaving. They're so disappointed and depressed, and they're all leaving because she
Guys,
told them to.
I appreciate. Well, maybe we'll have good news come 1 a.m. So we'll talk to everybody. If we don't talk to you tonight at 1 a.m., we'll talk to you later on in the week. Appreciate you coming in. This is James, aka Jimmy Pockets, at Patriot Mama,
Oh.
aka Brandy.
Sorry.